Tyler Slaughter. Thank you for joining us here at Camel Express. And first of all, just, everyone, whether they know or not, I want to know, how did you get in the space? It doesn't have to be long. I think a lot of us do know, but tell me real quick, how did you get in the car washing?
2006, I was the first employee at a little 66-foot tunnel with 10 vacuums in Hartsville, Alabama. Worked my way from there to the CEO of the company in 2017. We had 10 stores. Sold to Mister in 2017. Moved my family to Nashville and got involved with Camel.
Why car washing? What is it about this?
People.
Yeah.
That's it. I trace everything back to people. That's, I know a lot of people say I'm good at it. I honestly feel like there's still a lot of room to grow for myself, but I really enjoy all aspects. The internal customer, which is our employees, the external customer, which is the customers who come through that pay our bills. I enjoy the community partners, everything from law enforcement to the guy that dumps our trash can. They're all great people.
Well, I did a little interview of one of your employees before this. Tyler didn't know I was doing it. And asked him, is what we hear and from Tyler in interviews and different things, is that real? Is that a sincere? And he immediately told a story that when he needed help, you were there. You literally came over. You brought him milk.
Yeah.
You packed stuff. You helped him move.
Snowstorm. We got 14 inches of snow in 2 days, and he couldn't get out of his house. So we sent messages out to employees and asked them what they needed, and groceries, a little bit of money to cash up stuff to their house, whatever it may be. We sent it to all employees, and Garrett needed milk. So when got him milk, and I don't know how I got back and forth to his house because there was so much snow on the ground, but I got it to him. And at the end of the day, that's what we do. We serve our employees.
Serve your employees. And you can tell we've been touring around, checking out Tyler's washes. And, I was here a couple years ago, and I'm back checking out the new site. And the atmosphere, the people, we were just at another wash and kind of going through their washes. And Josh and I have been talking about the feeling of going into, say, a Chick-fil-A versus a Burger King. Mm-hmm. You talk about you go into a Chick-fil-A and you feel good. The employees like being there. They're not trying to just rush you through the lines and it's my pleasure. How can I serve you? Burger King, you go in and people don't care. They don't care to be there.
We call that we don't want to force people to fake it. It's got to be natural. If you fake it, the customers can tell.
And they can tell. And I could tell just, I don't want to say it's because you were with me when we were walking around, but they genuinely cared.
Oh,
Smiles
no, I make them nervous.
Faces.
I make them nervous.
You make them nervous. There's no doubt.
No, I would actually think you're probably getting a more genuine response when I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can feel it from taking the tour. Everyone we talk to, it's a smile, it's a handshake, and watching the loaders, it's a smile. Everyone does it the same, and you get the same experience. So from your, the location we just came from to this one, everything is exactly the same, and it's all positive. And I think that what is your goal when a customer, now you have the internal, which is your employees, the external is the customer. What do you want them to experience coming to your car wash?
It's up there on the wall, but our mission is to deliver the greatest car wash experience every single time. We internal, external, that's not just customers. When our employees come in, we want them to have the greatest car wash experience every time, because ultimately that's really all we can deliver. We deliver a car wash experience. It has to work both ways.
That's awesome. And so I read a book once about Four Seasons, one of the guys, and that was really their culture was it's not quite that, but it's very similar where, did you give that customer everything you had?
Yeah.
And if you do, you look at the culture here. A lot of people talk culture. We're on Talk Car Wash, and a lot of people asking, struggling even with hiring and keeping employees. Your methodology, your belief system is what? How do you keep your employees?
Yeah, I get into these conversations a lot through Clubhouse and talking with different people that visit our sites, and it's a culture thing. Everybody we know pretty much in our industry right now struggling finding people. Let me knock on something real quick just to make sure. We are currently in a really good spot with hiring employees. We're actually pretty heavy right now. Which is a good thing for our growth. But I believe a lot of what we do is what's really attractive to the employees is our culture. And it starts from the time you onboard. We tell people we can attract you. We have eye candy, the big red signs at the roads that say we start $14 an hour plus benefits. That's the eye candy. That gets people attracted to want to come in and find out more. But then once they sit through our interview process, our onboarding process, we're able to tell them about our career path. We offer snacks. We have a fridge full of drinks. You get free uniforms, free car washes. If you're a manager, your spouse gets free car washes. We just kind of throw everything just short of the kitchen sink at them. And if Reed's behind me, he throws the kitchen sink.
He actually does.
So
Look out.
it's a culture thing, man. It's a big thing I think a lot of people struggle with, and they want to take it back to their pay wage, how the customers treat their employees. It's the culture thing. What's
interesting is you just described marketing to the T when you are trying to, we do marketing. There should always,
I didn't know that.
Tell me more. Should always, this isn't about me. There should always be a hook, a story, and an offer. And basically, Tyler just said, there's a big red sign. Here's our hook. It's $14 an hour, but that's not good enough. Yeah. Then you have the story of what it means to be a Camel employee, and then your offer is all the benefit, the things you just talked about.
Yeah.
And even externally, you helping your employees and doing, going the extra mile, it says a lot about who you are. And also the way that you, of course, treat your family. I know you personally, so I know how much your family means to you. And I think that flows over also to your employees. So I think a lot of people can learn from that if they're willing to put in the work.
A lot of you just hit it. A lot of these companies, a lot of people that reach out to me and go, man, I don't know how you keep up. And I go, hey, I don't either. Just do it. And it all traces back. Everything we do goes back to the people. We know within a certain range how the car washes are going to operate. We can tell you via performas, financials, whatever you need, the money they're going to make. What I can't tell you is how Levi's feeling today unless I go talk to Levi.
Yeah.
What I can't tell you is how Garrett's feeling today unless I go talk to Garrett. So that personal connection, that's the difference.
And that's something you've learned, though, I believe. I've heard you talk. You've done it more in the last, year or so even?
Yeah, about 16 months.
Okay, so you read a book, you heard from somebody that
a few different ways. Okay. So everybody knows I get out and travel and visit car washes, and every now and then you visit a wash and you go, man, everybody is drunk on this car wash here. They love this place. All right, I need to, whoever's in charge of these people, whoever this is coming from, let's go have a conversation with them. What am I doing wrong? Read a few good books. Listen to some podcasts, watch some TV shows. I'm kind of like...
But it resonates with you.
It does.
You read it, and then you're passionate about it.
Well, how do I get better?
Yeah.
So that's what I keep trying to figure out. And, you told me earlier, man, this is a lot better than when we come 2 years ago. Well, I told you, I think we're about 65% of the way there.
He says he's 65%, and I think he's improved. I'm like, 35 more percent to go.
Yeah.
But you're never going to... Perfection is never there. You're never going to reach that. And if you do, then you should retire. Because,
you shouldn't because you can
always get better.
Yeah, you can shoot for excellence, but it takes forever to get there.
So with that being said, we've recently launched our 5 funnels to freedom. I want to talk about a freedom number because the one thing that we want to convey and help our customers, our internal customer, actually external customers would be people like yourself, is we want to help you get there through, of course, our marketing channels, through the funnels. But we want you to think about a freedom number and when we talk about freedom is different to everybody. Mm-hmm. It could be, an actual number of memberships. It could be the volume of sales that you're doing. It's just basically your goal for each of your sites. And not just that, but long-term. And I've had some conversations with you. What is your, and I don't know that it's a freedom number, but what is your overall goal with Camel? And you have all these private equity companies, coming in and buying people up. You have guys like you that are, you have 6 in the works right now, and this is pretty common. What does Tyler want to do? What do you want to accomplish in the next 5 years? Or even long-term, 10 years? Like, what do you want to leave?
There's a lot of companies around the country, and every of you have visited this one hole-in-the-wall place to where the employees have been there for ages. Everybody loves it. Everybody in town, where are you going to get a burger at? That place. We want to be that car wash. We want to be the car wash that builds a legacy that everybody understands. We're here to serve the customers and the employees. If you come here and you got a complaint, we're going to take care of it. We're not going to brush you off. If you didn't use your membership and you want a refund, we're going to refund you. We're not arguing over it. I think a lot of people still get really hung up on the 1% of things that happen bad in the business, and they forget about the 99% of their other customers that love them. You're always going to have those things. So for us, we want to build a legacy, a great car wash chain in Nashville, maybe beyond. We don't know where we're going yet, but somewhere where the customers truly feel like they're heard, they're respected, we got their back. That's what we want.
That's awesome. One of our philosophies is work hard, play hard, no drama at our company. And I feel like that's similar. We were talking to Tyler earlier, and it's like, it's not worth the time to battle somebody about a rewash or some type of complaint or whatnot. It's like, let's get them through. Let's go.
It is, and everything's still a numbers game. Again, I'm all about the customers, but it's a numbers game. So you pay that employee 25 cents a minute on average. What's a rewash cost you? Don't argue with the customer because you forgot. If say that rewash cost you 25 cents, they just gave you $9.75. Come on now, run them back through. They're happy, and guess what? Next time, man, I know if my car don't come clean, they're going to run me back through. I ain't even going to have to worry about it. We don't question them. Quit questioning people. Just get them back through. That's what you're here. You should have delivered a clean car the first time. If you didn't, they gave you an opportunity to fix it. How many times in business do you get an opportunity to fix things?
Right.
You don't.
Before they go public with
That's
it.
right. So let's just fix it and move on.
Yeah,
so
awesome.
simple.
Well, Tyler, if car washing fails for you, I think that lifeguarding might be in your alley.
Okay.
So we were we were at the beach a few weeks ago, and his daughter went under the board, and I've never seen a guy sprint so fast.
I did not know where you were going with that.
Yeah, I know. He sprinted. I wish I had this on camera. It was 70 yards. It was a 7-yard dash. I would have pulled a hamstring for sure. But I didn't have time to think. And Tyler was like, boom, gone. I'm like, that was impressive. So you've got this innate, literally like this rescue, I just was sitting there. I mean, it wasn't my daughter, but even if it was my son, I'd be like, man, he'll be okay. But you were on it. But anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up.
My passion is to help people improve their personal or professional lives. That's what I really enjoy. And it doesn't have to be about car washing necessarily. There's plenty of employees that will tell you I've come help them unload dishwashers and fix things in their house and help them financially. We brought experts in to help people with different things with body language. Reed just met with a girl that's having some financial problems that works with us and laid out a financial plan to help her save some money. It's not just me. It's the whole leadership team. It's our whole company. It's what we're built for.
It's that culture. It's awesome. And Tyler's helped me. OpSpot honestly would not be where we are today in the car wash space if it weren't for Tyler. And his honesty and his feedback, and he continues to give me feedback and how can we improve and how can we help, and we take it very seriously. And my relationship with Tyler has been
that is so
great.
hard to get people to understand that if someone wants to give you feedback, you ain't got to like it, but listen to it. Yeah. So there's those little nuggets in there. We always tell you those golden nuggets.
It's hard to handle sometimes, right? Our pride, we sometimes don't want to take that because we feel like we're doing everything that we can. But if we actually learn to put that aside and learn from others, the outside perspective, and grow from it, it could take you a long way.
A little story we had for the conference that was here last week. We had at one point we had about 60 people on site, and I told every one of them, give me your feedback when you get done. They were like, you can't improve. Why do you want feedback? And I say, hey, visit the site and give me your feedback. And I got 3 or 4 complaints. I got 3 or 4 areas that we could improve on, and we took them to heart, and we had a meeting about them. But there were areas that we could improve. And we're not perfect, and I know everybody looks in on what we do, and the stuff I post, I don't often post a lot of the negative stuff. Maybe I should, but I don't. But everybody can improve.
Yeah,
can always improve. And also, too, scaling.
Yeah.
We may be as great as I want to be right now at 3, but there's a lot of infill to do at 9.
Yeah.
So that's
going to be new for you. This is something, and especially if you scale at the pace that you're going right now. But it sounds like you're jumping ahead, and you're also asking others that have scaled, and that's something I've noticed as well. You don't know, so we ask those who've kind of been there and done that, how many people to hire. You're always jumping in front. It's a person and a half. I've heard you say that.
2 people ahead of what you need. Okay. That comes from Justin Salisbury.
Okay, there you go, Justin. So that's a great piece of advice, and you take it to heart, and you actually have implemented so that you're ready for that. So
yeah, we're 7, basically 8 people at 3 sites that are in our leadership staff. That's stuck to a car wash. They're actual corporate roles. And
wow.
I was just trying to get ahead of the curve, man, because I did it wrong at the previous company, and I ain't repeating that again.
No.
And if you want to support people well, you got people to support them.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Well, being successful a lot of times most of the time is learning from your failures and then changing them, and then obviously making better decisions.
What's really great, though, is I surround myself. I make sure to surround myself with a lot of really smart, intelligent people in the industry. And I get to hear that they made that mistake, and I go, learn from it. Save me that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
And a lot of people are uncomfortable by that. They don't want to get in a room. You know, we always wear these bracelets, get uncomfortable. You were at the conference. It gets uncomfortable at times, but that's how you grow. You can't stay in your comfort zone. If you want to grow, you got to get out. You got to.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, I really appreciate the time. This has been super eye-opening. It's always good to see you, of course, and your family. And so I wish you nothing, of course, but the best, you and your family.
Yeah, we'll be at the beach in about 24 hours.
I'll meet you down there, man. So, hey, cheers to freedom.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Cool.